Hi everybody, my name is Tanaia and I am here for day 3 of 10 tips for practical Christianity. This is just 10 days where I'm getting on and sharing short videos of tips and testimonies about how to walk out a Christian life where you are wanting to grow deeper with God amidst a busy lifestyle. So today, day 3 is all about exercise. And I know that's a very practical thing, a very normal thing. And so you might be wondering, how does that have anything to do with my Christian walk? But our physical bodies, if we don't maintain those and keep those up, then it's less likely that we're going to be able to do what God's called us to do well. So for example, when I was like 21, I was a nanny. So I don't have any kids of my own yet, but I was a nanny at that time. And I got to take care of these 3 just amazing children. 2 of them were very, very young. There was 2 babies. And while I was doing that and caring for these sweet littles, my lower back started to have a lot of issues. And that just got me questioning, I'm having a hard time caring for kids now in my early 20s. What am I going to do when I have kids? And I felt like that was something that God probably had for me, was kids. And so that mixed with also just having a passion to serve God and wanting to be able to do and go anywhere that he asked me to go, I was having these lower back issues, and so bad that I couldn't bend down to pick up the kids. I had a hard time sitting long distances or for long amount of time. And it was pretty bad. And so I realized that I needed to do something about that. And I grew up in a family, there was lots of lower back issues, but we were farmers and ranchers, which I love. But that means we're not sporty people, we're not gym people. And so when I was doing these jobs that weren't farming and ranching anymore, but I needed to exercise my physical body, I realized that I had to find a different way to do it. And so I didn't really have the money or the time to go to the gym, which is a great option. But I just started finding little ways to exercise throughout my day. And so I started doing things like I would do a short workout video on YouTube while the kids took a nap, or I would try and do some core strengthening exercises just while I sat at my desk at work, or something like that, because I had 2 jobs at the time. I was working in an office as well as a nanny. So just little things like that I started to do. And I did them not because I wanted to in the natural. I found my why. And my why is what got me to actually physically exercise. And for I think a lot of us believers, our why, if we start asking ourselves, why should I exercise? Why should I get my physical body healthy? Then it comes back to something that actually is a godly reason. And so for me, diving deep into, well, why do I want my physical body to be healthy? My why was, I want to be able to pick up my kids and not have my lower back hurt and hold them. And the way I was going, I wasn't even going to be able to do that because it hurts so bad. And my other why was I want to be versatile for God. I want to be able to go anywhere and do anything. If he calls me to sit at a desk for 6 to 8 hours a day, I want to be able to sit. And if he calls me to go hike into a remote village somewhere, I want to be able to do that. If he calls me to raise my kids, I want to be able to do that without physical limitations in my body. And so for practical Christianity purposes, working out our physical body is important. And you might feel like, well, I don't have time to journal and spend time with God and to exercise. Like, you might feel like you have to choose one or the other. And I totally understand that. And in fact, 1 Timothy 4:8 tells us that, exercising your physical body is good, but exercising your spiritual body is even better. And so again, this practical Christianity concept is about priorities and what are we doing first. And so if you're feeling like, well, I have to choose, like, I've heard that I need to get, in shape. I know that I need to have some health in my body, but it feels impossible. Like, it's almost again like a shame cycle where how do I do that and also have time with God, and I have to choose. And 1 Timothy 4:8 says that I have to choose the God thing first. And so what do? And so I would just encourage you to do something, to start small. Again, set a really attainable goal. Find your why. So start small, find your why. Maybe you have kids right now and your why is you want to be healthy for them. Maybe you know that God has called you into a manual labor job like construction or something like that, and you want to be able to do that well. The Bible also teaches us to do all things unto him and to glorify him. And part of that is being able to physically do what he's asking us to do in whatever season we might be in. And so maybe for you, that looks like taking 4 laps around the yard when your kids are playing outside. Maybe it's sitting at your desk and you're just doing a couple core exercises where you're just tightening and releasing your core a couple times a day. Maybe you're taking the trip to the furthest bathroom from your desk instead of the closest bathroom. Maybe you do bicep curls with the milk jug while you're making dinner. Something like that, but set a really small goal and start to do those things. And then if you do end up having time to do something like going on a walk for 10 minutes, or maybe you go to the gym or you go on a hike, that is more time when you can use that to do things that also edify your spirit, like we talked about yesterday. So at the gym, maybe you listen to some good podcasts or some wholesome music or something like that, and you turn that time of you're getting your physical body in shape, but you're also turning it into time when you can absorb things of God. So just a few quick tips about getting our bodies in shape so that we can serve God how we want to. And so I hope those help. If you have any questions or want to know some more tips or talk about your specific situation and the limitations on that, feel free to message me. I'd be happy to talk about it. But that's day 3 of our practical Christianity tips. So we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good one.